What's going on, world? It's your man Pat Caesar LLC, mobile mechanic and roadside services. Right now I'm down here and supposedly going to the auction. Now, since the problem with going to the auction is everybody's done it online, and if it wasn't hard enough to buy a decent car from an auction before, oh my God, it's at a whole nother level right now. And I'm gonna tell you why, and we're gonna get into it right after the intro. All right, so well, just let me just show you. Right now I'm parked outside of the auction here, and you see it's gonna be hard to see this, but that says subcontractor for land rights, cable splicing, blah blah blah. But the important part that I wanted to show you is where it says Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. It's like a brand new truck, by the way, too, F-350 or something like that. This is the problem. We're trying to buy a decent car, especially from the auction, okay? This is a public auction that I'm at this particular time. I'm working on getting dealer stuff so I can go with the dealers to the auctions, or at least work with the dealer. Because those guys have stopped going to the dealer auctions to come to the public auctions, okay? So I'm thinking I'm doing good, you know what I'm saying? You got a few bands in your hand, blah, blah, blah. You about to go and blow a little bag, you know what I mean? And then these guys come up, especially the guys from the north, with like 3 to 10 times how much you have. What do you mean, Pat? Okay, the last auction I went to down in South Florida by Miami, I'm thinking I'm doing something, 10 bands. Boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? We talking to random people, you know, everybody's asking questions, blah, blah, blah. Now this is before this whole thing, because the auction was actually on site. I see this truck that I like. It was like a 2010, I think it was either 08 or 10. But it was a Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, 6.0 gas, 4-wheel drive. I'm like, this thing is coming home with me. This guy walks up, hey man, how much you think this truck is worth? I'm like, I don't know, maybe 6-8 grand. And we started talking. Comes to find out, the dude's from like Maine or Massachusetts or something. He flew down to buy vehicles to get them shipped back up north to sell for a massive profit. When I asked him, well, why would you come way down to Florida? Like, that's crazy. He's like, it's crazy to you. I make a killing off of these cars. So he's like, listen, man, I'm just letting you know right now that this truck is coming with me. I'm like, well, how are you so certain? He's like, well, if you think this is worth 6 to 8, which I thought it was worth for about 10, I wasn't gonna tell him that. He's like, I'm prepared to spend 18. What? He's like, yeah, you know, cause up north, to have a rush-free truck would bring, you know, 25 grand. I'm like, for a 2010? He's like, listen, man, it's a whole different ballgame. He's like, no, the problem is you guys from Florida, y'all don't got no money. This is a guy telling me to my face that people in Florida don't have money. And I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, you know, he kind of has a point. Now, I know people in Florida with money. I'm not necessarily one of them people in Florida that has money, right? But I know people that have money. And their money is like minuscule compared to my friends outside of Florida, especially like California, New York. They're like loaded and they work like regular jobs. Not all of them, because I know people in New York that pay like 2 grand a month for a studio apartment but make $10 an hour. I have no idea how they survive. Either way, the auction, the car flip game, all that stuff is like gotten thrown way out, super bananas. The economy's going crazy. The election is getting ready to happen. People done ran out of stimulus money. And the worst part about this is that I didn't get to yet is now the auctions are online. The only reason I'm here right now is because I wanted to physically check out the vehicle. I drove 2 hours to come and check out this vehicle. It's 7 in the morning right now. I left at like 4:30 this morning, had to get gas. And Now, not only am I having to deal with the general public and then have to deal with the dealers, I also have to deal with the northerners who have, you know, buku money to spend. It's a tough game, and it makes it even harder online because, you know, people are internet thugs, you know what I'm saying? So like clicking a button to be able to bring up a price is easily done, and you don't know who's doing it, and there's thousands of people looking for the same exact thing at the same exact time at the same exact place. At least when you had to do it in person, you had to physically like drive out, you know what I'm saying? And like right now, for instance, like this is nothing compared. There's only a few cars right now comparing to what it's like. Usually there's a whole thing across the street. They got the police out here blocking it out. Man, he is gangster. He's going in that Challenger. This thing is rough right here. I don't know what he thinks he's about to do. Hopefully unblock me. He ain't got to knock him out. But either way, I'm hoping to be able to come up. I'm really hoping to be able to come up. It isn't even that I need a truck. I do need another truck. But I got probably 10 people that keep asking me, Pat, do you have anything? Do you know anybody with something? Can you get me something? Can you find something? And the prices are ridiculous. Man, people want 10 grand for a 20-year-old truck that's got 300,000 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what's going on right now. People put a $500 lift on their truck, and all of a sudden they want $5,000 more. The lift only cost $500. It was a bolt-on kit. It took you like 6 hours to do it, if that. And they want like 4 or 5 times the asking price of Kelley Blue Book, which is also a scam. Kelley Blue Book, NADA, N-A-D-A, all they're scam places. Nobody can convince me different, because outside of America and other, you know, I guess first world countries, cars aren't near as expensive as they are here. And yeah, so I don't go by all that stuff, but of course you have to appease to what people are willing to pay or wanting to pay to be able to get things to happen. It's crazy. The game is crazy. The whole world is like going bananas, ape shit right now. Really and truly. All over cars, okay? And everything else too. Don't get me wrong. I say all over cars, but you got all types of crazy stuff going on. So I'm waiting for them to open. I'm gonna get a little bit of footage when we get inside of there. I'm gonna change this battery real quick, and I'm gonna stop rambling and show y'all some of the deals, because I'm actually here just to look at the cars. Like I said, I gotta do everything back online. Got my inverter with me, got the computer door with me. I just gotta go get some Wi-Fi. We're gonna make some things happen, all right? Give me a little bit, we're gonna get back to it.